What if someone walked up to you right now and asked you to define the word luxury? What would you tell them? Since real estate is your career, it's very likely you might describe the features of luxury. A stunning house on a hill, an infinity pool, a marble kitchen, or a grand staircase. You may think of expensive jewelry, an exotic car, or a remote beach. Or you might picture a luxury brand, Louis Vuitton, Ferrari, or Coach. According to the dictionary, the word luxury has two meanings. Number one, a condition of abundance. Number two, an elevated state of comfort. In other words, luxury is something that is desired because of how it makes us feel. However, it is not essential to our existence. It is something that provides comfort that is well above what would normally be required to satisfy a need. Think about the city where you live, from the least expensive entry-level home all the way up to the most expensive home on the MLS. Our definition of luxury certainly differentiates the two, right? They both have walls, sinks, bathtubs, bedrooms, and a kitchen. Yet the more expensive one has an abundance of these items and also many other amenities that provide for an elevated state of comfort. In real estate, the word luxury has become cliché. The lines of what is luxury and what is not have gotten very blurry. When asking the question, what is luxury real estate? Some common responses include, number one, luxury is in the top 10% of pricing. Well, maybe, maybe not. A 250-acre ranch in Bozeman, Montana with a rustic log cabin might be in the top 10% of the MLS. However, it's not luxury. Number two, luxury is a certain square footage or lot size. Not necessarily. A 900 square foot condo overlooking Central Park, 30 stories in the air, might be priced at $3,000 a foot and have every modern luxury amenity anyone could want. Number four, luxury is high-end appliances, granite counters, or a swimming pool. Let's think about that. Someone could install Viking and Wolf appliances, stone countertops, or build a swimming pool in almost any house with a big enough backyard. However, that alone does not make it luxury. Number five, luxury is a certain neighborhood or zip code. Could be, but not always. Some of the most expensive and opulent homes in the world are not in a neighborhood or near affluent zip codes. So that leaves the question, how is luxury real estate defined in your market, and how can you leverage that determination to set better expectations for your buyers and sellers? Using the top 10% of any given market's pricing is a good measurement. It's the best way to equalize home prices and make markets more comparable to each other. For example, the highest price home on the market in Rapid City, South Dakota might be a starter home in somewhere like Newport Beach, California. Also, what is considered a luxury property amenity? That will vary depending on your region and market. A home on the water in Miami, Florida will have different amenities than one on the mountainside in Park City, Utah. There is no official checklist for labeling a property as luxury. However, there are common identifiable features that are consistent. Luxury properties will have most of the following: premier locations, superior architecture and floor plans, unique interior finishes including lighting and plumbing fixtures, professional-grade kitchen appliances, in-suite bedrooms with walk-in closets, stone surfaces, high ceilings, and if applicable, professionally landscaped outdoor areas. In the big cities, luxury condos or co-ops will have hotel-like amenities such as concierge services, fitness centers, pools, upscale lobbies, and maybe even a rooftop or entertainment deck. Let's introduce the next influential conversation. It explains what luxury real estate is for those who ask you. Luxury real estate has a prime location, high-end building materials, upscale amenities, and unique architectural characteristics. These are usually properties valued in the top 10% of their market. This knowledge is a great way to set yourself apart. None of your competition use this definition or are using it to establish credibility. If you want to immediately show your luxury real estate acumen, learn this influential conversation and internalize what it says. So now, when someone is talking about luxury real estate, you have clarity to define any element related to it. Let's pretend for a minute. Imagine you're at an open house and a couple pulls up in a luxury SUV. They come inside, and after the initial greeting and a few minutes of conversation, the husband says, "We drove here from X state to look at homes." He makes mention that they built their luxury dream home a few years back, but now feels like it's time to sell and experience something new. You say, "A luxury dream home? I bet it's amazing. It has a prime location, high-end building materials, upscale amenities, and unique architectural characteristics." The wife says, "It absolutely does. Everything you said it has." Now let's pause right there. Responding with this conversation starter creates a different experience. Instead of you asking the couple the usual intake questions, how big of a lot are you looking for? How many beds and baths do you want? You immediately open them up to statements that are easy to talk about and create a positive tone for the conversation. The couple tells you about their home, something they have an emotional attachment to, in detailed terms. Their words flow and the energy of the conversation rises because people love to talk about themselves and their lives. By starting with a unique approach, you are moving to a unique result. The couple talks about similarities between their home and your explanation because the human mind works in this way. When it's presented information, it immediately moves to find a commonality. The wife says, "Well, our house is definitely in a prime location. It's on 10 acres with a direct view of Mount Hood." The husband says, "We have a custom floor plan. It was modeled after a home we saw in Jackson Hole and a 4-car detached garage with an upstairs living unit. No other homes in our subdivision have that." The wife adds, "And the house has an upper level balcony that overlooks views of the horse pasture." You say, "Wow, that sounds incredible. Now, I don't know your local market, yet that sounds like something in the top 10% of all homes there." The husband says, "Let me put it this way. We overbuilt and we know that. There are no homes in our area with as much attention to detail. Our agent said it's the finest home she's ever listed." It works exactly like that. A more intelligent and directed start to a conversation creates a flow that provides a better outcome. To find higher levels of success in our real estate business, we need to interact differently than what most of us have been taught or what other agents are doing. The fastest way to differentiate yourself from the competition is by communicating in distinctive and targeted ways, by showing potential clients that the experience of working with you will be superior in a multitude of ways. You now know the definition of luxury real estate. Again, the influential conversation is: luxury real estate has a prime location, high-end building materials, upscale amenities, and unique architectural characteristics. These are usually properties valued in the top 10% of their local market. With this knowledge comes responsibility, meaning that to improve your standing as a luxury agent, you should focus the majority of your marketing and client attraction efforts on this segment of your market that matches our definition. Higher level opportunities call for higher level skills. You need to communicate in ways that show others you have confidence and depth of knowledge. Influential conversations like this become your reminder to facilitate the dialogues that leave a long-standing impression. To stand out and be in high demand, people must have reason to remember what makes you extraordinary. Plan for an activity that puts you face-to-face with a potential luxury client. Perhaps it's an open house or somewhere else where you can have a one-on-one conversation. Whether you get the chance to use this influential conversation or not, your mind is already starting to see how more intelligent engagements will intrigue and attract the person you are seeking to work with. Let's do this.